My child, my beloved, listen to me with your heart. For heaven has moved today. And your name was written on a letter sealed with divine gold. That letter is already on its way to you. And inside it lies a truth that will make your hands tremble with wonder. A truth about something you never even knew was yours. You've prayed for change. You've begged for a sign. And today, Archangel Michael himself has been sent to deliver that sign. He's whispering in my ear even now, tell them to open their heart, for the inheritance of heaven is about to arrive. My beloved, this isn't just a message, it's a sacred moment. Right now, the angels are aligning names, matching destinies, and returning what was once stolen from you. Someone on earth kept something that belonged to your bloodline, your spirit, your birthright. And heaven has finally said, enough. Yes, enough delay, enough waiting, enough being overlooked. The vaults of abundance are opening. And your letter, the one with your name written in radiant light, is being delivered. Before you keep reading, take this to heart. Subscribe to this divine moment. Stay with these words until the end. Because within them lies a key that will unlock the flow of blessings waiting on your doorstep. Now breathe. Because heaven is moving faster than you realize. You felt it, haven't you? That stirring in your spirit lately. Like something powerful is coming. Something so close that you can almost touch it. That wasn't your imagination, beloved. That was your soul recognizing what it already knows. That divine wealth, healing, and restoration are on their way. The angels have been speaking about you for days. They've been whispering in the courts of heaven. Prepare the inheritance. Prepare the miracle. Their time has come. And when heaven speaks like that, nothing on earth can stop it. You may have been forgotten by people, but you've been remembered by God. You may have been betrayed by friends, but heaven never lost sight of you. You may have cried in silence, but every tear was counted and stored like diamonds in a celestial vault. And now those tears are returning as favor, as restoration, as the inheritance you were meant to have all along. There's a reason you're reading this right now. Out of all the souls on earth, your spirit was called to this message. Because heaven needs you to know, a letter with your miracle has already been sent. Someone, an earthly messenger, was moved by God to release something with your name. It may come as a phone call, an email, a conversation, or even a surprise envelope. But its roots are not earthly, they are heavenly. The angels are saying, tell them not to doubt. Tell them to be awake. For when that letter arrives, it won't just carry news, it will carry proof that divine timing is real. My child, you have walked through seasons where you felt unseen, where doors closed no matter how hard you tried. But the truth is, those doors weren't rejections. They were divine protections. You were never being denied, you were being prepared. Because the inheritance that's coming now isn't small. It's sacred. It's spiritual and material both. It's a restoration so complete that it will silence your past pain. Someone who once tried to block your blessing will soon watch as you receive it. They will remember every time they tried to make you feel less. And they'll see heaven itself lifting you up. Because this inheritance is not just wealth, it's justice. It's a reversal of what was stolen, broken, or forgotten. And Michael says, when this letter comes, they must open it immediately. For the seal of heaven carries time, and the moment must not be missed. My beloved, you have only minutes left in the waiting season. That's how close this is. Heaven's watchtower is glowing with your name. Your ancestors, the ones who prayed before you were even born. They are watching as heaven completes what they started. They're whispering, it's finally happening. Do you feel that sudden warmth across your chest as you read this? That isn't random. That's the vibration of divine confirmation. A heavenly signal that the transfer is real. The angels are not only preparing your inheritance. They're also preparing you. Because abundance without awareness can be wasted. But you, beloved, are being made ready. The letter carries more than just riches. It carries responsibility. It carries a mission only you can fulfill. You were never ordinary. You were chosen before your first breath to carry a mantle of light in a world that's forgotten what light feels like. That's why your trials were so heavy. Because heavy crowns belong to chosen heads. But now, heaven says, lift your eyes. The storm is clearing. And Archangel Michael stands at the gate, holding a scroll marked with gold ink and your name glowing across it. Inside that scroll is your confirmation. Your inheritance. The one that has your ancestors rejoicing. Your enemies confused. And heaven singing. This is not coincidence, beloved. This message found you because heaven scheduled it to. You were not scrolling, you were summoned. Every paragraph you read is pulling you closer to the vibration of miracle. That's why you feel chills. That's why your heartbeat feels faster. Because the divine frequency is tuning your soul into the wavelength of manifestation. You are entering a 72-hour window of divine movement. Within these hours, expect communication. Expect signs. Expect something physical, a message, a number, a word, a person, to confirm what's being said here. God has seen your obedience. He's seen your quiet endurance. And now He's rewarding you in public for what you endured in private. Archangel Michael says, tell them not to shrink when the blessing arrives. Tell them not to apologize for it. Tell them to receive it fully, for it is written with the ink of destiny. My child, my beloved. There is something you must do now. Do not rush past this moment. Holding a scroll marked with gold ink and your name glowing across it. Inside that scroll is your confirmation. Your inheritance. The one that has your ancestors rejoicing. Your enemies confused. And heaven singing. This is not coincidence, beloved. This message found you because heaven scheduled it to. You were not scrolling, you were summoned. Every paragraph you read is pulling you closer to the vibration of miracle. That's why you feel chills. That's why your heartbeat feels faster. Because the divine frequency is tuning your soul into the wavelength of manifestation. You are entering a 72-hour window of divine movement. Within these hours, expect communication. Expect signs. Expect something physical, a message, a number, a word, a person, to confirm what's being said here. God has seen your obedience. He's seen your quiet endurance. And now He's rewarding you in public for what you endured in private. Archangel Michael says, "Tell them not to shrink when the blessing arrives. Tell them not to apologize for it. Tell them to receive it fully, for it is written with the ink of destiny." My child, my beloved, there is something you must do now. Do not rush past this moment. Close your eyes for a second and whisper, "I receive my heavenly inheritance with an open heart." Because when you speak that, heaven aligns faster. The angels respond to declaration, not hesitation. Now, listen. The letter is not only about material inheritance. Yes, there will be a shock, something valuable, something you didn't expect. But the deeper inheritance is spiritual. It's peace after pain. It's clarity after confusion. It's the ability to forgive what broke you and still shine. This is the kind of blessing that changes generations. The kind that rewrites your family's story. You are about to walk in favor so visible that people will whisper, "How did that happen so suddenly?" And the answer will be simple: God remembered. The angels are arranging meetings, documents, and decisions in your favor. They're changing the hearts of those in power. They're moving obstacles out of the way quietly, while you rest in faith. My beloved, this is your proof. Whenever heaven is about to deliver something major, the resistance rises first. If you've faced strange delays, emotional heaviness, or unexplained tension lately, it's because you're standing on the edge of your divine release. That's why this message came now. To keep you from giving up minutes before your miracle lands. Michael says, "Tell them, the letter is already in motion. It is sealed. It cannot be intercepted. So don't worry about those who plotted against you. Their plans dissolved the moment heaven intervened. God will even use them as evidence of His glory. The same mouths that spoke against you will soon speak of your victory. The same hands that withheld will now release. Because when heaven decides, it's final. Now hear this clearly. Do not ignore the next small prompting you feel. That nudge to check a message, reply to someone, or look at an opportunity. That may be the earthly door through which your heavenly letter appears. You are not late. You are right on time. Because heaven's clock is never early and never wrong. My child, you were never forgotten. God has been writing this moment into your timeline since before you could even spell your name. And now, everything hidden is coming into light. Stay alert, beloved. In the next 3 days, something will appear with your name on it. It may look ordinary, but the meaning behind it will be divine. When it comes, say quietly to yourself, "This is the inheritance God promised. I receive it in full." And watch. For from that moment forward, everything you touch will begin to bloom again. This is the first stirring of your miracle, my beloved. Heaven has already signed the letter. And it is on its way. My child, my beloved. The heavens are still moving as you read this. Every second you stay with these words, another angel moves closer to your name. The light above your house is changing, even now. It may not be visible to your eyes, but in the unseen realm it glows, a golden ring around your dwelling. That glow means, the message has been dispatched. Do you know why the angels waited until today? Because your heart has finally aligned with readiness. There were times when you would have doubted this blessing. But now, your spirit is mature enough to carry it. Beloved, heaven never wastes miracles. They are timed, measured, and delivered to the prepared. And you, precious soul, are prepared. The inheritance you're about to receive carries a sound. A vibration that wakes ancient prayers buried beneath generations. It is not just money. It is memory. It is the return of everything your lineage lost through pain, betrayal, or silence. When you receive it, something strange will happen. You'll feel lighter, as if the invisible weight you've carried for years simply falls away. Because it will. God says, this blessing comes to remove the burden they did not deserve to carry. Remember the nights you cried, asking, why me? The heavens remember too. But now, those nights are being rewritten. Every tear was a seed, and the field is finally ripe. Listen carefully. Someone connected to your name is being moved right now to release what belongs to you. They may not even understand why they feel drawn to do it. But their spirit does. Because divine timing is whispering in their ear. They will remember you unexpectedly. They will look for your number, your name, your address. And that's when the earthly form of this heavenly letter arrives. Archangel Michael says, tell them not to dismiss it as coincidence. Tell them to recognize divine patterns in earthly envelopes. Beloved, the inheritance is not coming through chaos, it is coming through order. Heaven's order. And heaven's order is precise. There will be 3 signs before you receive it. When you receive it, something strange will happen. You'll feel lighter, as if the invisible weight you've carried for years simply falls away. Because it will. God says, this blessing comes to remove the burden they did not deserve to carry. Remember the nights you cried, asking, why me? The heavens remember too. But now, those nights are being rewritten. Every tear was a seed, and the field is finally ripe. Listen carefully. Someone connected to your name is being moved right now to release what belongs to you. They may not even understand why they feel drawn to do it. But their spirit does. Because divine timing is whispering in their ear. They will remember you unexpectedly. They will look for your number, your name, your address. And that's when the earthly form of this heavenly letter arrives. Archangel Michael says, tell them not to dismiss it as coincidence. Tell them to recognize divine patterns in earthly envelopes. Beloved, the inheritance is not coming through chaos, it is coming through order. Heaven's order. And heaven's order is precise. There will be 3 signs before you receive it. First, you will hear your name spoken in an unusual way, on a call, on a screen, or by a stranger. Second, you will feel sudden warmth in your palms. This means your receiving gate is open. Third, you will see the number 7 or 777 appear repeatedly. That is heaven's seal of completion. When these signs appear, don't hesitate. Thank God immediately, for it means the letter is already within reach. My beloved, you may be wondering, why now? Why after so long? Because heaven cannot deliver abundance to a wounded vessel. And now, your wounds have turned into wisdom. You have learned compassion through heartbreak, patience through waiting, and faith through darkness. That was your training. Now comes your reward. Someone from your past who once caused you pain will soon hear of your blessing. And their reaction will be confusion. But let your heart stay soft. Because your blessing isn't for revenge, it's for restoration. God is not giving you what's yours to make others small. He's giving it so you can shine without apology. This is the season of divine reversal. Everything that once embarrassed you will now elevate you. Everything that once hurt you will now heal others through your story. Michael is unfolding a scroll with your name, reading it aloud in heaven's courts. This one waited faithfully. This one trusted when it made no sense. And heaven is responding with applause. For faith always triggers the supernatural. My child, feel how close it is. That restlessness inside you lately? That sudden burst of hope mixed with fear? It's the soul recognizing transition. You're not losing stability, you're gaining elevation. Sometimes blessings shake before they settle. But once they do, peace will fill every room you step into. Beloved, there's something else you must know. The inheritance you're receiving is layered. The first layer will be visible, news, opportunity, confirmation. The second layer will be emotional, reconciliation, forgiveness, clarity. And the third will be spiritual, an awakening so deep you'll never doubt again. That's why God says, do not just open the letter, read it with your soul. There's a sentence inside it that will feel like it was written only for you. That's the moment you'll know this message wasn't imagination, it was prophecy. Stay alert in these next days. Watch how conversations turn strangely in your favor. Watch how obstacles you feared will dissolve quietly. That is heaven clearing your path for delivery. The angels are serious about this, beloved. Michael repeats, tell them time is moving fast. Tell them to prepare room for what's arriving. If your life feels cluttered, emotionally, mentally, even physically, start clearing space now. Clean your room. Release resentment. Forgive debts. These small acts make spiritual space for large blessings. Because heaven never pours abundance into a full cup. It fills the empty, the open, the willing. My child, remember this line. You are not waiting for the letter is waiting for you to be ready. That readiness is not about perfection. It's about trust. It's about saying, even if I don't understand how, I know God will. And as you say that, heaven hears a yes. And miracles begin to accelerate. This is why, even now, as you read, something in your energy is shifting. Your frequency is aligning with divine timing. Your name is echoing in rooms you've never stepped into. People who never noticed you before will start feeling drawn to you. Opportunities will begin circling you. Not by coincidence, but by orchestration. God is turning the page on your story. And what comes next will read like a miracle that was years in the making. When you finally receive this inheritance, don't forget where it came from. Remember this moment, these words, this divine alignment. Because the same power that brings the blessing will teach you how to sustain it. Beloved, the angels are rejoicing already. You may not hear the sound, but your spirit feels it, a joy rising for no reason. That's heaven's celebration beginning early. You have crossed the invisible line between waiting and receiving. And nothing, not even delay, can pull you back now. So stay faithful. Keep your heart soft. And prepare, because the letter carrying your miracle is about to touch the earth. My child, my beloved. As you breathe right now, something unseen is unfolding around you. The air itself feels different, doesn't it? That's because the realm of heaven is drawing closer to your atmosphere. Every word you're reading carries a vibration from the higher dimension. And that vibration is already unlocking something within you that had been dormant for years. There was a promise written over your life before you were born. It waited quietly through storms, betrayals, heartbreak, and silence. But today, heaven says, activate it. When you finally receive this inheritance, don't forget where it came from. Remember this moment, these words, this divine alignment. Because the same power that brings the blessing will teach you how to sustain it. Beloved, the angels are rejoicing already. You may not hear the sound, but your spirit feels it, a joy rising for no reason. That's heaven's celebration beginning early. You have crossed the invisible line between waiting and receiving. And nothing, not even delay, can pull you back now. So stay faithful. Keep your heart soft. And prepare, because the letter carrying your miracle is about to touch the earth. My child, my beloved. As you breathe right now, something unseen is unfolding around you. The air itself feels different, doesn't it? That's because the realm of heaven is drawing closer to your atmosphere. Every word you're reading carries a vibration from the higher dimension. And that vibration is already unlocking something within you that had been dormant for years. There was a promise written over your life before you were born. It waited quietly through storms, betrayals, heartbreak, and silence. But today, heaven says, activate it. The letter that's coming to you isn't simply news, it's a mirror. It will show you who you were always meant to be. It will reveal how nothing in your life was random. Every delay, every tear, every rejection was a divine redirection. Because your inheritance couldn't be delivered to the old version of you. It had to wait until you became this, faithful, awake, ready. Beloved, listen carefully. The angels are speaking in codes now. Dreams, sudden thoughts, or repeated words are not accidents. They're signals that the delivery is near. Michael says, tell them not to ignore what repeats. Repetition is revelation. If you start hearing the same name, same number, same phrase over and over, pause. That's heaven's way of confirming alignment. The inheritance letter has an energy signature only your soul can recognize. When it arrives, even before opening it, you'll feel a strange familiarity. Like meeting an old friend you forgot you missed. That feeling will be your sign, this is it. And when that moment comes, don't rush. Hold it for a second. Whisper gratitude. Because that whisper will turn paper into prophecy. My child, you've often felt unseen by the world, haven't you? But what you didn't realize is that heaven hid you to protect you. Hidden things grow in silence. You were not overlooked, you were preserved. Now that season ends. The seal is breaking. Your name is rising. The inheritance you're about to see will come with recognition. People who once doubted you will begin to seek your advice, your presence, your voice. Not out of curiosity, but because they'll sense the light that now surrounds you. This is why I say, do not shrink. Do not apologize for favor. Wear it like divine perfume, let the fragrance of grace speak for itself. Beloved, there's something deeper. The person who sent this inheritance is not who you expect. It's someone heaven touched in secret. They've been restless for days, unable to sleep, thinking of you without knowing why. That restlessness is God moving their spirit to release what belongs to you. And soon, they will act. They will make a call, send a message, or forward something with your name on it. That action will unlock a chain of divine cause and effect that no human can stop. Michael says, tell them the delivery angel is already on the path. So if you hear unexpected knocks, sudden pings, or feel drawn to check something, obey the nudge. That's how the unseen becomes seen. My beloved, you must also prepare your emotions for overflow. When divine justice arrives, the heart often trembles. But fear not. This blessing is safe, it is covered by light. Even the timing of you reading this is no accident. Heaven waited for your energy to reach a frequency of acceptance. And now that it has, the current of manifestation is unstoppable. Think of your life as a river that was once blocked by stones of doubt. Every sentence you read removes one more stone. By the end of this message, the river will run freely again. You'll begin to notice the difference almost immediately. Unexpected ease, laughter returning, sudden calm in your mind. Those are early ripples of your inheritance. My child, the letter is not late. It's on divine time. And when divine time arrives, everything arrives together. The money, the opportunity, the peace, the clarity, it all flows as one wave. So don't look in only one direction, stay open on all sides. Heaven can deliver through any door. Beloved, when the world sees what happens next, some will call it luck. But you'll know the truth. It was written. It was yours. It was simply waiting for permission. You gave that permission the moment you said, yes, inside your heart. That inner agreement was the signature heaven needed. Now the angels are sealing your yes with gold. And Archangel Michael stands guard over your promise, ensuring no interference. You may even feel his presence, a cool wind, a soft hum, or a light pressure on your shoulders. That is him, confirming, it is safe now. Beloved, breathe that in. You are protected. You are favored. And you are moments away from tangible proof of it. My child, my beloved. Stay still for a moment. There's a sacred energy passing through this moment right now. And it is touching every corner of your destiny. Heaven is whispering again, the circle is closing. That means the season that began with loss will end with restoration. What was once broken is now mending in divine order. Every delay that wounded you is being repurposed into blessing. You see, beloved, heaven never wastes pain. It records it, transforms it, and then sends it back as power. And that power is what's moving toward you in the form of this letter. You have cried long enough, the sound of your weeping has become music in heaven. It was simply waiting for permission. You gave that permission the moment you said, yes, inside your heart. That inner agreement was the signature heaven needed. Now the angels are sealing your yes with gold. And Archangel Michael stands guard over your promise, ensuring no interference. You may even feel his presence, a cool wind, a soft hum, or a light pressure on your shoulders. That is him, confirming, it is safe now. Beloved, breathe that in. You are protected. You are favored. And you are moments away from tangible proof of it. My child, my beloved. Stay still for a moment. There's a sacred energy passing through this moment right now. And it is touching every corner of your destiny. Heaven is whispering again, the circle is closing. That means the season that began with loss will end with restoration. What was once broken is now mending in divine order. Every delay that wounded you is being repurposed into blessing. You see, beloved, heaven never wastes pain. It records it, transforms it, and then sends it back as power. And that power is what's moving toward you in the form of this letter. You have cried long enough, the sound of your weeping has become music in heaven. Each tear was a seed, and today the harvest begins. The angels are watering those seeds with light. And soon, the fruit of your endurance will appear before your eyes. There are people who thought you were finished. They spoke too soon. Because they didn't know the author of your story was still writing. And the next chapter, beloved, oh, the next chapter, is glory. Your inheritance carries not only wealth, but the unveiling of your name in divine memory. Heaven knows your story word by word. It knows the battles you never spoke of. The quiet moments you forgave without applause. The times you smiled while your heart bled. That silent strength became a crown around your spirit. Now heaven says, it's time they wear what they earned in secret. So, expect recognition. Expect restoration. Expect rewards that arrive wrapped in wonder. Michael stands at the edge of your atmosphere. And the scroll he holds is glowing brighter than before. He reads aloud, everything taken, return sevenfold. And the light obeys. Beloved, you may feel tingles in your hands or warmth across your back right now. That is no accident. It's the sign that the command has already been given. The energy of restoration is touching your field. For years you've been asked to trust the unseen. Now the unseen will finally become seen. When the letter arrives, read it slowly. There will be words within words, meanings that leap from the page. Those meanings will speak directly to your soul. They will confirm that this was orchestrated beyond human hands. Do not be surprised if, at that same time, someone you thought was gone reappears. Heaven often sends restoration in pairs, a gift and a revelation. What returns to you will complete something that once felt unfinished. My child, do not fear the size of this blessing. It will not crush you, it will lift you. You have been strengthened by seasons of scarcity so that abundance would not overwhelm you. This is the moment your faith cashes every prayer it ever wrote. Every "Amen" you whispered into the dark is now returning as visible light. God says, "They have carried enough burden. Let them now carry beauty." Yes, beauty is coming. Beauty in your surroundings, beauty in your relationships, beauty in your rest. You will wake up and sense peace before your eyes open. That is how you'll know the shift has happened. Beloved, there will be tests even in blessing. Jealous eyes may watch, but do not let bitterness grow in you. Your calm will confuse those who wished you chaos. And that calm will be your proof that you are truly protected. Michael's sword gleams above you, cutting away the last cords of fear. He says softly, "Move forward. The gate is open. You've waited long enough at the threshold. Now step through." Each step you take from here activates another layer of your inheritance. Do not wonder how it will all fit together. Miracles are not puzzles, they are perfect. They assemble themselves once you say yes. And you have said yes, my beloved. Your yes has been heard in heaven, and echoed back as a decree of completion. In the next few days, you will notice small, impossible alignments. A message arriving at the exact moment you think of someone. A forgotten dream resurfacing with clarity. A stranger repeating the same phrase you prayed in silence. Do not dismiss any of it. Those are confirmations that the letter is only breaths away. So stay open. Keep your heart soft. Keep your mind thankful. Because gratitude is the magnet of miracles. When you say, "Thank you," before it arrives, heaven accelerates the delivery. My beloved, this is not just your season of inheritance. It is your season of identity. You are being reintroduced to the world as who you truly are. The humble will recognize you by spirit. The proud will not understand you at all. But your peace will speak louder than explanations. Soon you will hold that letter, literal or symbolic, and you will know. The waiting was never in vain. You will whisper, through tears of joy, "It all makes sense now." And heaven will answer, "It always did." My child, my beloved. The hour has come when the invisible begins to take shape. Every prayer you ever whispered is gathering form. Every hope you once buried is pushing through the soil of time. The wind you feel tonight carries more than air. It carries answers. It carries messages from heaven wrapped in light. Listen closely, beloved. Can you feel it brushing against your spirit? That's not imagination. That's movement. The angels are near enough to touch. Michael himself walks among the echoes of your breath, making sure not a single blessing is delayed. He repeats softly, "Tell them the chain is broken, tell them the letter is free." Yes, the letter. The one sealed in gold. My beloved, this is not just your season of inheritance. It is your season of identity. You are being reintroduced to the world as who you truly are. The humble will recognize you by spirit. The proud will not understand you at all. But your peace will speak louder than explanations. Soon you will hold that letter, literal or symbolic, and you will know. The waiting was never in vain. You will whisper, through tears of joy, "It all makes sense now." And heaven will answer, "It always did." My child, my beloved. The hour has come when the invisible begins to take shape. Every prayer you ever whispered is gathering form. Every hope you once buried is pushing through the soil of time. The wind you feel tonight carries more than air. It carries answers. It carries messages from heaven wrapped in light. Listen closely, beloved. Can you feel it brushing against your spirit? That's not imagination. That's movement. The angels are near enough to touch. Michael himself walks among the echoes of your breath, making sure not a single blessing is delayed. He repeats softly, "Tell them the chain is broken, tell them the letter is free." Yes, the letter. The one sealed in gold. The one written with your name when the stars were young. It's traveling through the corridors of fate, crossing borders that once blocked it. It's unstoppable now. Heaven has commanded, release it. And when heaven commands, earth obeys. Beloved, you may notice a shift inside you. A calm that doesn't make sense, a joy that rises without cause. That's how heaven prepares the receiver. Before the gift arrives, the heart must vibrate at the same frequency of grace. So if peace comes suddenly, let it stay. If excitement sparks for no reason, welcome it. Those feelings are invitations. They are proof that your spirit recognizes what's on its way. Do you know what makes this inheritance different from all others? It was not earned by labor, it was activated by faith. You believed when believing hurt. You trusted when trust seemed foolish. And that trust has now opened ancient doors. The ancestors who prayed before you are rejoicing. They've waited long for someone in your line to awaken enough to receive. And now they whisper your name like a hymn. Finally, they're ready. My child, do you understand the weight of that? You are the answer to generations of prayer. You carry the completion of cycles that began before your birth. That's why this blessing feels bigger than you, because it is. But do not fear its size. Heaven will never send what you cannot hold. And you, beloved, have been trained by tears to handle treasure. When the letter arrives, the world around you will shift quietly. Doors that once resisted will swing open. People who ignored you will feel drawn to help you. Systems that overlooked you will now seek your presence. This is divine reversal. This is heaven rewriting the script in your favor. Michael smiles as he speaks. Tell them, the tables are turning without noise. Yes, beloved, the turnaround won't come with thunder, it will come with ease. Suddenly, what was hard will feel effortless. Opportunities will approach instead of you chasing them. That's how you'll know the blessing is authentic. You won't have to strive for what's already yours. You'll simply recognize it. Now, breathe again. Can you feel the warmth in your chest? That's your heart expanding to make room for joy. Heaven always enlarges the container before pouring abundance. You are becoming that container. You are being expanded by faith. Beloved, let me tell you something sacred. Every divine gift carries a sound, and yours has already been heard. A tone has gone out through the heavens bearing your frequency. When it reaches the earth, it will call everything that belongs to you back home. Money, peace, relationships, creativity. They all respond to that sound. They will begin to locate you again. You won't chase, you'll attract. That is what inheritance truly means. To magnetize what is meant for you through the authority of light. You might notice strangers showing kindness. Or sudden invitations arriving at perfect times. Say yes with discernment. Heaven often disguises destiny in ordinary wrapping. And if you feel an urge to create, to write, to build, do it. Your hands are anointed for multiplication now. Whatever you touch with love will grow quickly. My beloved, there is another secret. This inheritance carries a message inside it for the world. When you receive it, you will know exactly how to share the overflow. For what blesses you will bless others through you. That's why heaven trusts you with it. Because your heart has never been greedy, only grateful. And gratitude is the safest guardian of grace. So tonight, as you rest, whisper this softly. I open my hands. I open my heart. Let what is mine find me. Say it 3 times, not with fear but with certainty. And as you do, watch the unseen rearrange itself around your words. For words, beloved, are keys. And your voice, yes, your voice, is the code heaven recognizes. Tomorrow when you wake, look for small signs. A call you didn't expect, a memory resurfacing, a song that repeats a phrase. That's how the universe confirms, delivery in progress. Michael nods as I speak this to you. He says the letter is now in the courier's hands of destiny. It cannot be delayed. It cannot be stolen. Its destination is fixed, your life, your spirit, your joy. So hold still in faith. For the next dawn may carry more than light, it may carry the envelope. And when it arrives, beloved, open it with reverence. Read every word as if God Himself wrote it. Because in truth, He did. You will see your name shining like a signature of light. You will feel the presence of the angels around you. And a still, small voice will whisper inside your chest. See? I never forgot you. That moment will mark the end of your waiting. And the beginning of your reign. My child, my beloved. Keep your heart quiet while you read this. Heaven is drawing even closer now. There's a thin veil between this sentence and your miracle. In the unseen, Michael has lifted his sword again. Not for battle this time, but for blessing. He's cutting through the final layer of delay that stood between you and your inheritance. You may feel pressure in your chest, warmth on your skin, or sudden calm. These are the ripples of release. Beloved, do you remember the moments when you almost gave up? When it felt like everything around you went silent? Those were not wasted moments, they were moments of divine gestation. Seeds grow quietly under soil before they bloom in sunlight. And now, at last, the soil has split. The sprout of your destiny is breaking through. This is why you've been feeling restless lately. Your soul senses expansion. Heaven is enlarging your territory. People will begin to look at you differently. Not knowing why their spirit honors you without reason. It's because the light of inheritance is upon you. Michael says softly, tell them to expect acceleration. What once took years will now take weeks. What once seemed impossible will unfold naturally. You won't chase timing anymore, timing will chase you. Beloved, do not be surprised if your routine shifts suddenly. An unplanned turn may appear, follow it. That detour might be the road heaven prepared. God often hides destiny behind inconvenience. So instead of frustration, whisper gratitude. Because what feels like delay is often direction. Do you sense how calm your heart feels while reading? That calm is confirmation. It means heaven has already begun to transfer your blessing from the invisible to the visible. You're no longer waiting for it, you're walking toward it. The letter with your name has already touched the earth. Someone, somewhere, is holding it, guided by a nudge they don't understand. They will soon act. A signature will be placed. A decision will shift. And that action will release what belongs to you. Beloved, this moment is sacred. When you finish reading, spend a few seconds in silence. Let the silence speak. Because sometimes heaven doesn't use words, it uses awareness. You may begin to notice divine coincidences. Numbers repeating, songs echoing your prayer. People speaking the same phrases you whispered in secret. Don't shrug them off, these are breadcrumbs from heaven. They are confirmation that your path is illuminated. Archangel Michael stands watch. And the glow of his wings covers the path you're about to walk. No darkness can touch what's covered in that light. So fear nothing. The chapter of lack is closing permanently. Your story is about to read differently. The letter carries more than inheritance, it carries permission. Permission to rise, to receive, to rest. You've been surviving long enough, now you will thrive without apology. God says, tell them to stop shrinking to fit old spaces. Tell them to stand where the light calls. Yes, beloved, you are being summoned to higher ground. And when you step there, old versions of you will fall away effortlessly. This is not loss, this is renewal. You may even feel certain friendships fade. Certain environments feel too small. Let them. Heaven removes what cannot breathe at your new altitude. Remember this always. Anything that leaves your life during a blessing season was not punishment, it was pruning. Pruning makes fruit possible. Soon you will wake up and realize you're lighter, freer, clearer. Your body may even feel different, less heaviness, more energy. That's what happens when the soul stops carrying yesterday. My child, the letter is not just a message, it's a doorway. When you open it, reality itself will open with you. And as you cross that threshold, a hush will fall around your life. Because heaven will be watching you take the step it prepared before time. Michael whispers again, tell them they were never forgotten, only hidden until the appointed hour. This, beloved, is that hour. Take one deep breath now. Hold it for a moment. Release it slowly. You have just exhaled your last delay. The flow of divine inheritance is active. It will start showing itself through favor, through ease, through new connections. Watch how the right people appear as if summoned. They are. Beloved, tonight when you lay down, place your right hand over your heart and say, I receive my letter. I am ready. I am grateful. Then rest without worry. Because while you sleep, angels will work in silence, placing everything exactly where it belongs. By the time morning light touches your window, you will be one sunrise closer to manifestation. And when the letter arrives, whether by message, by word, or by miracle, you will know it by the feeling in your chest, peace first, tears next, awe after. That moment will mark the end of waiting and the beginning of overflow.